You got it, Keith?
Yep.
We all have heroes. Everyone has somebody who showed you the way, someone who opened up your world and showed you just how amazing this world can be for all of us. Maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a teacher, a friend, an inventor, a thinker, a writer. For me, it has always been one man, one lone voice out there in the wilderness guiding me through good times and through bad. It has always been this man. And if you want to understand my TED Talk today, if you want to understand how we can take our voices and make them big and make them break through in big and meaningful ways, I think you have to understand how I feel about this one U2 song, the song Elevation. I'm sure some of you know it. And there's a certain magic that happens when Elevation is played live, a connection between the band and the fans. You really have to experience it to understand my TED Talk today. And I told the TEDxMU guys, I'm not going to let you guys leave here today without hearing this song live. You are going to hear it, absolutely. And then we found out how much U2 cost to book for a private show. It was a little out of the TEDx budget, but I told them, I'm not going to let you down. We're going to get the song played live. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest here today. Put your hands together, please, for my guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, my guitar, please. Thank you. Please keep the applause going for the guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Yes. This is the sing-along part of the TEDx afternoon. So I've never seen a sing-along happen with people sitting down. So ladies and gentlemen, on your feet. This is after lunch. Everybody on your feet. This is the audience participation part. All right, this is a very simple thing that they do live with U2. It is a call and response. I need you all to repeat after me. I need you all to say, oh. Oh. This was good. Oh. Oh. Just this section over here. Oh. Oh. Over here, a little more. Oh. Center. Oh. Back. Oh. Okay. You got it. Good noise, good energy. We're going to bring this over the course, and we're going to create of the course this little introduction elevation. We're going to make something kind of magic happen here, I hope. So I'm going to need this section over here to start me off, and we're going to build in section by section the O's, and we're going to build a crescendo, and then we're going to continue with the talk. So guys, I need you all to start me off over here. Oh, oh, oh. Keep it going. Oh, this is a rock and roll show, y'all, huh? All right, center section. Come on in. Come on, join them. Right section over here. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going one more time through. Let's take this down a notch. Hang on, let's take it down. We're going to real soft here. You know, like the Isley Brothers things. Oh, oh, real soft. Real sexy. Keep it going. A little louder. A little louder. One more time through. Yes, keep it going, TEDxMU. And ladies and gentlemen, there are the technical difficulties, but very, very well done. Give yourself a round of applause. That was outstandingly done. Sit down. That was outstanding. That was outstanding. We didn't even have to bring out the extra special Bono sunglasses for this. Fantastic. Right there, that was the magic that I'm talking about. When you have passion and when you have passionate communities, amazing things can happen. Magic can happen. And when we find that magic, we find that our businesses can take off. Our stories take hold. We feel the full power of our voices. And if you want to make an idea breakthrough, I think you have to keep three things in mind. These three R's. One is you have to make an idea, you have to make a sound that resonates. It doesn't have to be complex. It can be simple. But you have to make a sound that resonates. Two, you have to make the right sound reach the right audience, because when that happens, that's where you're going to find the magic. Let's talk, of course, about logically hamburgers next. This is In-N-Out Burger out in California. I'm sure some of you have been. I'm sure some of you have a friend in California who has told you you have to go to In-N-Out Burger. Amazing place. This started back in the 40s. Esther and Harry Snyder, a little burger place in Baldwin Park outside of LA. They had this amazing burger, and they were trying to figure out what was going to make their burger different from all the other burgers out there in California. And then Harry looks out at the landscape around him in LA. This is the late 40s. And he sees the highway system coming up and thinks, maybe there's something here. He's a tinkerer, he's a builder. He goes into his workshop and builds this two-way walkie-talkie system and installs it at In-N-Out Burger. It's the first drive-through in America, the first modern drive-through. Suddenly, the right product reaches the right audience. A great burger reaches people in their cars. Let's talk about Dirk Sivers for a second. This guy's given us some amazing TED Talks of his own. He started a company back in the late 90s called CD Baby. What CD Baby was, he was an independent musician in Woodstock, New York. And that means he couldn't get the big boys, the Warner Brothers, the Universals, to distribute his music. And there wasn't iTunes, and there wasn't even PayPal. Basically, he couldn't sell his music to his fans who existed on the web. He says, well, this isn't right. I have to be able to do this. But he's a tinkerer, he's a builder. He goes and buys some books on web development. And he builds basically what is a predecessor to iTunes. It's called CD Baby. And he lets all of his independent musician friends in. Suddenly, their sound, their individual music can be sold to consumers anywhere. The right sound reaches the right audience. CD Baby took off. Let's talk for a second about this amazing little thing. This is my favorite. This is my iPad case, actually. It looks like a moleskin, but then you open it up, and lo and behold, it is actually an iPad in there. And what's amazing is it's a really simple product created by these two guys out in San Francisco. They run a company called Dodo Case. And they said, we love the iPad. It's a beautiful device. We need to create something just as beautiful that can protect it. They said, okay, well, if we make this, how do we find our audience? How do we find our community? And they think about it and say, wait a second. There's already a built-in community. The Mac users, Apple users. I'm one of them. There are a lot of Mac fanatics in this room. There's really the cult of Mac that exists. And they said, we're going to reach out to them. We're going to make sure that they know that we are one of them. So they go out. This on the left is a blog post by a guy who went to their website, big Mac fan, used their website and said, your website is really confusing. I don't know how to navigate it, and I don't understand. And he emailed them and said that, and they emailed back and said, you're right, it is confusing. We didn't realize this. Thanks for, and they sent him back an email, and they made the changes that he suggested. And he goes, wait a second, are they listening? They're listening, oh my God. And he tells his Mac friends, you can't pay for this kind of publicity. When you make yourself one of that community, when you build that community, you end up with tweets like this. The top, Evan Williams, co-founder of Twitter, just got my Dodo case. Sweet. You can't pay for that kind of publicity. The right product reaches the right audience, Mac users. And how big can it get when you do it correctly? This is a photo of our president. There on his desk is his Dodo case. The right sound, the right audience, the possibilities are endless. I want to bring it back to you two for a second. Now, we experienced kind of the acoustic TEDx choir version of Elevation. Live, it's a little different. It's about 150 times more people, and you all would have paid much more money to get in, and also there would have been an Irish guy who's much shorter than me singing and yelling at you. But the amazing thing is, Elevation played live isn't that complex. People say, well, I could never create something that big, that powerful. It's an enormously complex song. It's not. Well, it's simpler than that. This is from the documentary Make It Loud. This is the electrical version. All right, this is the important part right here.
This is what I'm actually playing.
The song Elevation is 2 notes. The rest of it is a foot pedal, a little amplification, 100,000 people in the Rose Bowl losing their minds. Passion and a passionate community. That is the magic right there. I want to leave you with a thought today. And that thought is that in this life, we have to find things we love, we have to find people we love, and we have to make time for both. Because at that intersection, that's where we find amazing, amazing things. When you have that passion, when you have that passionate community, the rules do not exist. You can do anything you want with passion and a passionate community. I beg of you today, please go out there into the world, find your sound, and make it big. Thanks, guys.